Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV on the Xbox One console. This is Ninghan Farms episode number 10. How's it going, folks? You can see here we're standing in the middle of our soybean field and it is ready to harvest. We're walking on over to the wheat field and it too is ready to harvest. Now we're running really fast and we're going to jump this fence over here into the barley field. Hoop, there we go. And the barley's ready to harvest, and last but not least, the canola is ready to harvest. So here's what we're going to do today, folks. We're going to harvest all these crops, and we're going to get set up for, you guessed it, cows and pigs. We're going to purchase all of the equipment needed to start a cow and pig operation here on Ninghan Farms. This is where we go to buy the cows, and over here is where we go to buy the pigs. Now, we've already got a lot of straw bales, so we're not going to need straw bales for a while. Cows and pigs take straw bales as bedding so that you can throw it on the ground there and they will be happy in it. These are the pigs. We will be purchasing cows today. However, if we have enough money, we'll purchase pigs, but if not, then we'll do that next episode. But we need a lot of stuff for pigs. We need, let's see, we need water tanks that you can see there. We need a straw blower to put the straw on the ground. There's two water tanks here. There's one that's a mod at the end of the list, and there's one that's not a mod at the beginning of the list. The difference is the one at the end holds milk and water, which will be beneficial to us in dealing with cows, and the one at the front only holds water. So we're going to get them both. We're going to get one water and milk so that we could utilize one small trailer for the milk. Then we're going to get the food and fertilizer shop for $25,000 if we can afford it. And this will give us the total mixed ration we need to feed the cows and also give us pre-mixed pig food to feed the pigs. So we don't have to grow the sugar beets, which I hate. So we're not going to grow sugar beets and harvest those to feed the pigs. We're just going to feed them pre-mixed pig food out of the food and fertilizer mod. All right, so the first thing we need to do is harvest. We need to harvest all these crops, sell all these crops, and then we need to make sure that we have enough money to purchase all that equipment. Not counting the wheat, of course. We're going to put the wheat into the silo to feed to the chickens because our chicken business is going pretty good. Haven't sold any eggs yet, but we've got 3 or 4 boxes on the ground, plus I think 6 or 7 or 8 boxes in the shed ready to sell. So we'll get to that maybe next episode when we get to it. Who knows? For now, let's drive the harvester over to... Which field are we going to do first? We're going to do the wheat first because we're... Oh, first, I'm going to try and get past this. I may have to jump out and move this small tractor forward just a little bit. There we go. Now we should fit through. All right, so yeah, we're going to harvest the wheat first because we're going to leave that in the silo for the chickens. And then we will sell the barley, the canola, and the soybeans. And hopefully we will have enough money to purchase all this equipment. I think we're going to need 2 small trailers as well, but that can come a little bit later. For now, let's start harvesting the wheat. We're just going to unfold the harvester here. Let's get that done. Unfold and start. And then we're just going to work our way around the outside, until we get all of the wheat harvested. Then we're going to switch over to barley and then canola. And then finally the big field of soybeans there you can see on your left. So while we're harvesting the wheat, folks, if you have not already done so, do me a big favor. Click that subscribe button for me in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Drop a like on the video and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything, folks. And then when you're done that, head on over to the featured channel section. Check out the 5 excellent Farming Simulator YouTubers there. Go and subscribe to their channels, like their videos, ring their notification bells, all that fun stuff. You don't want to miss anything coming out of those 5 gentlemen's channels over there. Then when you're done that, come follow us on all of our social media campaigns. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Patreon. There's even a small PayPal link there if you'd like to send a donation my way to keep the equipment up and running and the content fresh and coming. That would be fantastic. Remember, folks, donations are never expected, but obviously always appreciated. You will earn a special place in my heart. There's also a new link there from sprizzy.com if you'd like to grow your own YouTube channel and gain some exposure. Then check out sprizzy.com for all your YouTube needs. They can certainly help you out. Alrighty, now that all of that stuff is out of the way once again, let's continue harvesting the wheat, shall we? And then we will just skip ahead just a little bit to show you the wheat going into the silo. Stand by. And we're all done with the wheat. Here it is going into the silo. We've got just about over 16,000 liters of wheat going in. We should be good for wheat for some time. I don't think we need to replant wheat in that particular field. Our chickens aren't eating it that fast, and we've seemed to accumulate quite a bit of wheat. So I think we're done with the wheat for a little while, and then we can focus on another crop. Maybe we can plant some more soybeans and shore up our revenue stream just a little bit. Let's head on out to the barley field now, and we will start harvesting the barley. And here we go, folks. Fast forward just a little bit. Here is the end of the barley harvesting process. We're now selling the barley. We've got $3,870 in the bank and 11,000 liters of barley in the truck. Let's sell this real quick and see where we're at. I did estimate before we started this whole thing, we need about $75,000 to comfortably purchase all of the equipment needed for cows and pigs. So hopefully we get close to that. We're a little bit closer now. We've got $12,000 in the bank. So let's head on back to the farm and finish the canola. Here it is. The canola is now finished. We are still at $12,000 in the bank, and we've got a lot of liters, 20,000 liters of canola in the tipper. All right, let's go. This is going to hit the ceiling, and it's going to bounce around. I hate this part. It always scares me. And there we go, $31,000 for that harvest, bringing our total to $43,706. Let's head on back to the farm, and we will start and finish the soybeans. And hopefully that is where we make the bulk of our cash. Here is the first truckload of soybeans going into Bruce Bargain, the place with the kangaroo. We were just here with the canola, you might remember, so hopefully our truck doesn't bounce around too much. We're doing pretty good. 65,000. We've still got lots left there. Okay, we've passed the $75,000 expectation. We're at 86,000. So hopefully we do have enough to purchase all of the equipment, and there is still another truckload of soybeans to come to Bruce Bargain. So let's run back to the farm real quick and grab those soybeans, shall we? And then we can see where we're at. This is the last truck of soybeans going in here. We've got just about 15,000 liters of soybeans, and we're at $86,000. We should be in a comfortable position to purchase all of the cow and pig equipment, plus a few cows to boot. So $109,000, folks, is where we're sitting right now. We're going to bring the Joskin tipper back to the Ninghan farm, and then we're going to head on down to the shop and start buying some stuff so that we can start our cattle business. We're probably going to switch out tractors as well. There we go, arriving at the shop, and now we've got the smaller case tractor with a front loading attachment here. I'm not really sure why we switched tractors. It just seemed like the right thing to do, I'm guessing. Maybe I felt bad for not ever driving that guy. All right, so here we are into the shop. We need to purchase some stuff, so let's go into the animal tab right here. And we need a one water trailer. That guy, and yeah, this one. We're going to get this one. Just a plain silver water trailer. And then we're going to go to the end here, and we're going to get the hay blower, or the straw blower. We need the hay spitter, straw spitter, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to get one of these Aquatrans water trailer mods that holds milk as well, but we're going to paint it a different color, just so we can distinguish between milk and water, so we don't get them confused all the time. I think we'll just leave it black, so that way black and yellow with the yellow rims. That looks good. Yep, that looks fine. And I think we'll purchase that, and then we'll use this one for milk. And then, okay, so we've got the two water tanks and the straw blower. Now, we also need slurry tanks as well, because the cows and the pigs will produce slurry, but I don't think we're going to budget that in for today. It's going to take them quite a while to produce the amount of slurry required to buy a trailer. So I think, I don't even know where they are. Where are they? I can't find them anyway. Either way, as soon as we find the slurry tanks, we'll show them to you. And then, yeah, they're not in here. And then maybe next harvest, we'll have enough to purchase a slurry tank big enough to necessitate cows and pigs. But for now, it's not really required to start out with, because your cows and pigs will not start producing slurry right away. Or, well, they will, but it's not going to be enough that you require a whole trailer to put it in. So you can let it sit for a little bit, and then, oh, there they are. Found them. You can let it sit for a bit and marinate for a little while, if you will. And then you can buy a slurry tank later on. There's a variety of sizes and things that you can get to put the slurry in. And you can also use it as fertilizer as well, I think. I don't know. I've never actually tried that. Strike that. Forget what I said. All right, so I think that is going to... Oh, this is why we bought the front-loading attachment trailer or tractor with us, because we need bale spikes for the bales. That's why. I remember now. All right, so we need to put the bales in the straw blower, so we require bale spikes for that. So now we can get all of this stuff back to the farm, and we can position it, get everything ready, fill up the water tanks with water, fill up the straw blower with straw, and then purchase some cows eventually before the end of the episode, hopefully. All right, so let's get the bale spikes on there. That's good. And let's hook up to the milk wagon, and we'll get this stuff back to the farm, and we'll be with you momentarily. And we're back, folks. We are back at the farm, and all of our equipment is here. It's kind of all over the place. If you look there to your left, we did buy two 4,000-liter capacity trailers, one for total mixed ration, one for pig food. The reason I bought two trailers is because you never know if you're going to empty the trailer completely, and there's no real place to put the total mixed ration except on the ground, and I don't want to do that. I don't eat off the ground, so it's not fair that I make my cows do it either. So we're just going to leave it in the trailer, and those trailers are pretty cheap. We're down to $20,000 now, which leaves us a few bucks for some cows. This is the food and fertilizer shop mod where you purchase your total mixed ration and pig food. You can also purchase a myriad of other things as well, such as wheat for the chickens if you need it. And I think there's grass there too for the sheep if you had some. If you don't use the food and fertilizer shop mod, I suggest it. It's very handy. Works out great when you've got animals. There's our milk trailer right there, and we're going to walk over here and buy some cows. I think we're just going to go with the standard brown cow. We don't really need to get fancy or anything. Let's see, what do we got here? Brahman, gray, brown. We're just going to go with the standard brown cow for $2,500, and I think we can only afford. We've got $20,000, but I don't want to spend the whole 20 on cattle. We do still need to seed and fertilize our crop field, so we've got to account for that. So 4 cows and $9,000 left over. We should be able to carry on until the next episode to plant our seeds and stuff. Let's go have a look at these bovines. Here we go, 4 cows. Now all we got to do is water and feed and throw some straw at them. So let's go and do that really quickly. Let's jump in. There's our water trailer right there. So let's jump in this tractor again. And we'll hook up to the water trailer, and we'll drive around and try and find a water source, which I probably should have done before we started with cows. I should have researched where the water stations were. I think there's a water station right at the front of our farm, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just go over there and have a look. There's a big green tank over here that resembles a water trailer or a water station, and it's right beside that pool with the hose in it. So I'm thinking that might be the water station. Let's try that. Let's go over here. We'll hit the button and nothing is happening. I don't think this is a water station. It might just be decoration. All right. Let's get out of here. Oh, there's a little pond over there across the street. Let's go check that out. Or maybe... Oh, there's an irrigation ditch right there. Oh, yeah, I'll wait for you, sir. Keep going. There we go. There's a little irrigation ditch right there. Can we fill up the water tank with the irrigation ditch? Haven't tried that yet, but let's see. Whoops. Just going to smack into your fence first. Sorry. Let's try and back this up into here. There's water flowing. and it's watering the crop fields. But nope, it's not giving us the option to... Nothing's happening. Hitting the button, and nothing's happening. So, there's that big crater of a pond right there. Hopefully, we can fill up the water trailer there. So let's, yeah, we're going to have to hijack your land really quick, sir. I'm going to open up the gate, and I'm going to drive across your field. And we're going to see if we can fill our water tank right here on your farm. Alright, oh, this looks semi-dangerous. It's like a big meteor hit here and just filled it with water. That's odd. It's been across the street this whole time and I've never seen this before. Alright, let's try and maneuver this in here. Is this gonna work? Oh, should we get down close to the water? Hey, Yahtzee! We are filling up the tank with water. And when you're backing up, you want to be really careful because this crater looks really, really deep. And I would hate to lose my tractor and water tank at the bottom of this pond or hole or meteor strike. Who knows what this is? Alright, here we go, filling up the water tank. Watching the traffic go by. Oh, I'm slipping into the pond. That's not good. Let's try and get out of here. Can we get out? Oh, barely. That is dangerous. We're going to have to find an alternative water source. Maybe we can buy a water station next time around with our harvesting money that we're going to get from the next one. For now, let's just drive this over to the cow barn. And I think the water fill-up is right by the fence line on our wheat field there. So let's go and check that out. And right there on your right is where the manure is going to collect. We haven't covered manure yet because there is no manure. We can just pick that up with the universal bucket and front loading attachment. And we just need a trailer to put it in. So we'll worry about that later. For now, we'll just let the manure accumulate. We'll fill up the water. Here you are, Mr. Cow. Sorry that took so long. It took me a little bit to find a reliable water source, but we've got it now. And you are full of water. Now we just need some straw. Straw is next on the list. We'll just leave the water tank right here. It's not really in the way or going anywhere. After we get situated, we'll find proper placement for all of this equipment instead of just leaving it all strewn around the property. All right, straw. There's the straw blower right there in front of me. So we're going to hook up to the straw blower. We will maneuver it over near the cow straw bale pile because we have separated cows and pigs. So everyone has the same amount of straw. Actually, the pigs have a little bit more. All right, so we're just going to back this up over here somewhere. Whoops, almost took out the milk trailer. And then we'll grab a couple of bales of straw and we'll put it in the straw blower. We'll see how... Oh, I did hit the milk trailer anyway. Now, the milk trailer we don't really need to worry about because the cows won't start producing milk for a little bit. When it gets full, you will get a warning on the screen that says, hey, come and empty your milk into a trailer. There's no more room. And then you can go and fill up the trailer. Or you can do it gradually every couple hours. Whenever you feel like checking the milk levels, you can go and fill up your trailer. It really makes no difference. But if the milk portion of the cow shed is full, then your cows won't produce any more milk. So word to the wise, empty your, or fill up, whoa, what's going on here? Apparently I cannot lift 2 bales of straw at the same time without a weight on the back, and I don't have a weight. So let's try and get rid of one of these straw bales. There we go. Yeah, so word to the wise, empty your milk trailer, or fill up your milk trailer periodically so that your cow shed doesn't fill up. So that way, it's the same thing with the chickens and the eggs. If you don't move the egg boxes on a regular basis and it gets full, then the chickens won't produce any more eggs. So take care of your animals, folks. If you're going to get animals, take care of them. There we go. We'll put this in here. I'm getting pretty good with the straw bales. Practice makes perfect. Get in there, you. Now we can probably fit one more in there just to be on the safe side because I think 4,000 pounds of straw is not going to be enough. So we'll stick one more in there. I always like to try and put as many in there as possible Because the one thing I hate is running out of straw and then running back to grab one more bale when all you really need is like 100 pounds of straw and you have to get one 4,000 pound bale. It's always good to have as much in there as possible. I still am not good enough to stand them upright, because I think if you stand them upright you can fit 3 or 4 in the straw blower. So right now we're just laying them down, and we'll put 2 at a time, just like this. And then we can hook back up to the straw blower, drive it around to the side there where you deposit the straw into the cow shed. Hit the button and blow some straw at these cows so they have a nice bed of straw to lay on or to eat. I don't even know what they do with it. It doesn't matter at this point. It's required, so that's what we give them. Alright, let's pull this around here. La-di-da, driving around the farm. And that's right there on your right, that little grate is where you collect your slurry. So if we had a slurry tank, that's where it would be parked. And straw on this particular cow barn is right here. So you just basically hit the button, watch the straw accumulate on the ground. You can see it getting larger and larger. It's growing as you deposit more straw in there, and then soon it will stop when it reaches capacity. There we go. Perfect. Almost one full bale of straw for 4 cows. So the more cows you have, the more straw they need. So keep that in mind. If you're running low on straw bales, you need some. So make sure you always have some on hand. So now we're going to feed the cows. We're going to hook up to one of these 4,000 liter trailers. And we're going to go over to the food and fertilizer shop mod. And we're going to buy some total mixed ration. Now, one thing I did find, cows are extremely cheap to feed with this food and fertilizer mod. Pigs, however, so expensive. Can't figure that out. So there we go. So we've got a bunch of different things. There's pig food, there's fertilizer, there's total mixed ration there. So we'll fill up with 4,000 liters of total mixed ration, and then we will come back and grab some more if need be. Let's okay, so we're going to drive this around to the front on the other side where we bought the cows initially. Right over here is where we feed the cows, and we'll clean up the cows because they will spit the TMR onto the ground, and you will have to gradually clean them up at some point. But that's what we have the universal bucket for, that we're using to clean up the chickens. Oh, still in the red. We could use another couple of trailers of total mixed ration. It's a good thing it's only $200, because I don't think we could afford to feed the cows any other way unless we cut some grass and feed that to them. But the TMR seems to work out okay, and we're not playing with the seasons mods, so we don't have to calculate all the food production and all that other fun stuff. With the seasons mod, cows are a little different because they produce different things when you feed them different things. So if you haven't played seasons on FS19 with cows, then you're in for a real treat, because it's a little tricky. And your animals also die with the seasons mod. Without the seasons mod, they'll live forever. Actually, I'm not sure if they'll live forever. I've never not fed my animals or kept care of them, so I don't really know if they die or not. I can't really say that for sure. But that's just not good practice. All right, so 2 trailers down. Let's go grab a 3rd trailer of total mixed ration, and we'll see what's happening here. These cows are mighty hungry, and that feed trough is mighty big. There we go, another $200 or 184. And let's bring this 3rd trailer around to the front now, and we'll feed the cows. Alright, yeah, they're pretty hungry. They're already coming over to the feeding trough there. Alright, this last trailer should do it. And then I don't think we... Should we get some more, or... Yeah, you know what? I think we'll grab one more trailer full of TMR just to fill it up to the brim. And then I think that will be it. That's all we need to do. We need to move that one trailer too. We can just put that in the shed by the baler, wherever that baler is over there in the small shed that we started out with. All right, let's get one more trailer full of TMR. We probably don't need to fill it up the whole way, but we're going to fill it up the whole way anyway. And then we can just leave this food trailer right there at the food trough and worry about it later. These little trailers didn't come with canopies or lids or covers or anything like that, so it doesn't really matter. Without the Seasons mod, the food will just sit there in the trailer. It's not going to go anywhere. There we go. So now we'll just leave that there. And this other little trailer we're going to put in that small shed over there behind the seed and fertilizer tanks. Let's have a look here and see. Everybody's good. Yeah, we've got lots of wheat. Okay, what am I looking at here? Egg prices. Eggs are going down, so I think we're going to wait to sell those. We should be okay with $88,000 in the bank to seed and fertilize the fields for one more harvest before we purchase some pigs and some more cows with the money that's left over. All right, so we're going to put this trailer in the shed, and that is going to wrap up this episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching Farming Simulator 19 played on the Xbox One console. This was a Ninghan Farms episode number 10. And as always, folks, remember, if you have not already done so, click that subscribe button for me in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Drop a like on the video and ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss anything that's coming. We're going to be starting a new series soon. Surprise, surprise. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think you'll like it. We've got some plans in the works. All right, let's have a little drive around our cow barn here. Everything looks good. I'm happy. The 4 cows are happy. All right, well, that is enough for today, folks. I don't really see much else to do. Thanks again for tuning in. I certainly do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And for now, this is JCTV saying, moo.